part 2 of Alan Sign's wholesaling course. And in this part, section 2, we're going to bandit sign breakdown and how to place your bandit signs to be more productive, more marketable. In this section, I will cover that. So thank you for watching. Once again, hit that like bell button, notification bell, subscribe and share. Subscribe and share. Without further ado.
Breaking down the bandit sign. The good old bandit sign. Bandit sign breakdown here. So there's two styles that you can do. Number one, you can do a printed style, so it looks just like this. And you can obviously, alter the wording. You can put, hablo español. You can put color text. You can add a bunch of things. But for the majority of the time, you're gonna have something like this. So printed sign. It looks just like this. And number two, you can have a handwritten sign. So I did this for a long time. I went to Hobby Lobby and got a bunch of white called correlated plastic, and I think that's how you call it. I would just get material, I would just cut it up, and I would handwrite it with a Sharpie. So you can do two styles, printed and handwritten. Suppliers. Okay, so for suppliers, if you want to order these online and you want printed ones, I initially started buying on dirtcheapsigns.com, and looks just like this. And you would do. Let's see. Bandit signs. Stock sign. They can go to the floor. Street signs. No, not street signs. Bandit yard signs. And okay, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Brain fart. So yeah, number one, and there's obviously different quick debt relief. Sorry, home. So I mean, whatever you like. Void foreclosure. We buy houses. Your website. You can choose whatever you like. But just keep it simple. There it is. This is exactly where you buy the sign. And you can obviously change your number here. 602. This is not my number, guys, so do not. Okay. So you can just put your number, whatever it is, or whatever you like, and then you just save and check out. And obviously the price varies, so check that. So that's one way to buy bandit signs online. Number two is, and this is what I did after I realized that Dirt Cheap Signs was a little above my budget at the time. I called local sign makers to see if I can get cheap signs with fast turnaround. So, and I read that right off there. But you want to call local sign makers in your area. So do a Google search, local bandit sign, or local sign makers, and then give them a call. Hey, do you do We Buy Houses bandit signs? And try to see if they provide them. And typically, number three here, typically you should be around $150 to $3 per sign with the H stake. And the H stake is a stick in the ground that you put, and then you put the sign above it. So it's just a stick that holds the sign above the ground to the ground. And let's see. So here's some tips. So number one, check your local laws. This is sometimes illegal in different states. My buddy in Houston, he got fined $500 for putting out a bandit sign. So some states, they're kind of like Phoenix, they don't really care. Other cities like Houston, or maybe like some nicer suburb areas in your city, they're gonna care. So sometimes can be illegal, but I mean, you're not gonna go to jail for it. But obviously, whatever you can stomach, choose appropriately, and then just cost versus risk. Opportunity cost. So if you make $50,000 off bandit signs, you probably, and guys, I'm not advising you to do something illegal, but you probably have pretty good budget in case you get fined. So, just choose whatever fits right with you, and just know that it's sometimes legal. So check your local laws. Number two is what size. So on the dirtcheapsigns.com or local sign makers, they're gonna ask you what size do you want, and the best one to do is 12 by 18, and there's sometimes 12 by 17 depending on how they're measuring them. Uh, uh, the tip, like you can try the 12 by 24s, but I do not recommend them because they're too big and they tend to be picked up by the city quicker than the 12 by 18s. I don't know why that is, but 12 by 18 is perfect for the road, for the corners. Number three, yeah, bigger doesn't always mean better. They get picked up quicker. I just mentioned that. So, if you get an 18 by 24, they're going to get picked up quicker because they're just bulkier. Number four is focus on lower end areas. Be careful and try to go with a buddy. So yeah, try to go with a friend. Buy him a coffee or something, and have him go with you, because guys, I mean these lower end areas, and this is a full disclaimer. Just be careful. Um, I personally did part here in Phoenix called Maryville for the longest time, and I did South Phoenix, and I mean I grew up in this area, so I could, I was okay. But if you're not familiar with that lower end area, definitely be careful. And that moves me on to the next point here. Number five, best time to put them up is Fridays early morning. I wouldn't really put them out late night. I mean, it doesn't matter, but for your safety, it's probably best if you do early morning. But like I said, it's just if you know your area and you can do it at night and you're just running back and forth and putting the signs up, I mean, by all means do it. But yeah, these are the best times. And you don't. So I usually, at first, when I didn't have a huge budget, I would pick up my signs, just so I can reuse them the next week. But then I just started leaving them out there. So by leaving them out there, you're kind of forfeiting the fact that you're gonna get them back. So if you leave it on Friday and you just leave it out there until whenever someone picks them up, then by all means do that. But if you're on a budget, you want to reuse them, Friday or early morning, leave them out all weekend, pick them up Sunday nights. And the reason you do it on the weekends is, one, there's more traffic, depending on the city, of course. And then number two is the city workers that pick them up, they don't work on weekends. So that's why we put them out on weekends. And number six, keep in mind you can hire someone to put them out for $1 or $2 a sign. And if you do this at a bigger scale, here's a tip. You can use an app, and I don't know the pricing, but you can use an app called Simple Crew, and you can hire someone to use a Simple Crew app, and they're going to take pictures of every sign that they place, and then on your Simple Crew app, it's going to tally down the areas that you have Bandit signs. So check that out, Simple Crew. That's if you hire someone, because you're probably wondering, well, if I hire someone, how do I know they're going to put them out? And Simple Crew is your answer to that. So just thought I'd mention that. And yeah, that's it for Bandit sign breakdown. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell. The Church of Money. Also, check our website, thechurch.info. All information and details are down in the description.